Hey everyone, picture this. A man stands alone on a vast, windswept plain, the ultimate American hero, strong, silent, unbreakable. That's the Kevin Costner we've all loved for decades. The guy who made us cry in Field of Dreams, cheer in The Untouchables, and fall in love with westerns all over again in Yellowstone. But what if I told you that same man has a hidden side that could ruin everything he built? Affairs that tore families apart, multi-million-dollar lawsuits, explosive on-set fights, and now in 2025, a brutal Hollywood expose that claims some of the biggest stars refuse to work with him ever again. He's been called difficult, selfish, even blacklisted. And just when you think he's finished, he mortgages everything for a passion project that bombs spectacularly. Today, we're ripping the mask off Kevin Costner. No sugar-coating, no Hollywood PR spin, just the raw, jaw-dropping truth about the rise, the fall, and the secrets he's fought desperately to keep buried. This is the full uncensored story, and trust me, by the end, you'll never see him the same way again. Let's start at the beginning. Kevin Michael Costner was born on January 18, 1955, in Linwood, California. He was the youngest of 3 boys in a working-class family. His dad fixed power lines for Edison, climbing poles in the blazing sun, and his mom worked for the welfare department. Money was tight. The family moved around a lot: Compton, Ventura, Orange County. Young Kevin was shy, skinny, and got picked on for his big ears. He hated school, hated moving, and spent most of his time daydreaming or playing sports. But something happened when he was a teenager. He discovered acting in a school play and felt alive for the first time. After graduating high school, he went to Cal State Fullerton for a marketing degree because that's what responsible people did. He got a regular job offers after college, but one night, on his honeymoon in Mexico, he ran into Richard Burton on a plane. Burton told him, "If you want to act, go all in or don't bother." Kevin took that advice to heart. He divorced his college sweetheart after just a few years, moved to Hollywood, and started driving a truck while taking acting classes at night. For years, he got tiny roles, sometimes just a few seconds on screen that ended up cut. He even appeared in a low-budget soft porn film called Sizzle Beach that he prays no one ever finds. He was 27, broke, and ready to quit when a small part in The Big Chill changed everything, except his scene got deleted. Still, director Lawrence Kasdan remembered him and cast him as the wild cowboy in Silverado in 1985. Suddenly, people noticed. Then came The Untouchables in 1987. Playing Elliot Ness opposite Sean Connery, Kevin became the clean-cut hero America wanted. But the real explosion happened with Bull Durham and Field of Dreams in 1988 and 1989. Women loved him. Men wanted to be him. He was making $3 million a movie, huge money back then. And then, in 1990, he decided to direct his first film, Dances with Wolves. Everyone said he was crazy. Westerns were dead. The budget ballooned. He put in his own money. He learned the Lakota language. And when it came out, it made almost $500 million and won 7 Oscars, including Best Picture and Best Director for Kevin. At 35 years old, he was king of Hollywood. Life looked perfect. He had a beautiful wife, Cindy Silver, 3 kids, a ranch in Colorado. He was building a real-life Field of Dreams baseball field on his property. But cracks were already forming. While married to Cindy, Kevin had a secret affair with a Pittsburgh socialite named Bridget Rooney. In 1996, she gave birth to his son, Liam. Kevin denied he was the father at first. He demanded a paternity test. Only after it proved positive did he quietly set up a trust fund and pay millions to keep it quiet. He didn't publicly acknowledge Liam until years later. Cindy found out about other women too. The marriage collapsed in 1994 with an $80 million divorce, one of the most expensive in Hollywood history at the time. Kevin later admitted he got lost in the fame. He said, "I woke up one day and realized I had everything, and nothing." He jumped into new relationships fast. There were rumors with Halle Berry, Mira Sorvino, Elle Macpherson. He dated political activist Birgit Cunningham, supermodel Naomi Campbell. But the big one was Hawaiian dancer Michelle Pfeiffer. No, wait, he almost married her, but it fell apart. Then in 2004, he married Christine Baumgartner, a stunning handbag designer 20 years younger than him. They had 3 kids together, Caden, Hayes, and Grace. Kevin said this time was different. He was older, wiser, ready to be a real family man. Meanwhile, his movie career had ups and downs. After Dances with Wolves, he made Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, a massive hit. Then The Bodyguard with Whitney Houston, another monster success. I Will Always Love You became iconic. But then came the flops. Waterworld in 1995 cost $175 million, the most expensive movie ever at the time, and barely broke even. Critics destroyed it. They called Kevin Fishboy. Then The Postman in 1997, another gigantic bomb. He lost tens of millions of his own money. Hollywood started whispering he was difficult, arrogant, impossible to work with. But Kevin never stopped believing in himself. He made Open Range, a beautiful western that didn't make much money but reminded everyone he could still direct. He produced Hatfields and McCoys, a TV miniseries that won Emmys. And then, in 2018, came Yellowstone. Oh man, Yellowstone. Kevin played John Dutton, the tough-as-nails rancher fighting to protect his land. The show became the biggest thing on television. Season after season, ratings went through the roof. Kevin was making $1.5 million per episode. He had the power again. But behind the scenes, things were getting ugly. The Yellowstone exit. Everyone knows Kevin left the show before the final season. The official story was scheduling conflicts, because he wanted to make his dream project Horizon. But the truth is much darker. Kevin and creator Taylor Sheridan hated each other. Kevin demanded script approval, wanted more money, refused to film unless everything was his way. Sources say he would disappear for weeks, leaving the cast hanging. He only filmed for a few days in some seasons while others carried the show. Taylor Sheridan reportedly said Kevin thought he was bigger than the series. There were screaming matches, leaked emails, lawyers got involved. Kevin sued Paramount for $50 million in unpaid fees. They settled, but the damage was done. Yellowstone finished without him, and fans were furious. And all of this happened because Kevin was obsessed with Horizon, an American saga, 4 epic Western movies he wanted to make about the settling of the American West. He put $38 million of his own money into the first film. He mortgaged his Santa Barbara ranch. He directed, produced, wrote, starred. He said it was his masterpiece, bigger than anything he'd ever done. Chapter 1 came out in summer 2024. It bombed hard, made only $11 million opening weekend against a $100 million budget. Critics were mixed. Audiences walked out confused. Chapter 2 was supposed to come out 2 months later, but Kevin pulled it from theaters. It premiered at festivals in 2025, got slightly better reviews, but still no wide release. Chapters 3 and 4, still not fully financed. As of November 2025, co-star Sam Worthington says it's in limbo. Kevin recently hinted he might be done with westerns forever. The man who loved the West more than anything may have lost everything chasing it. But the real bombshells came in 2025. In May 2025, a stuntwoman named Devon Labella sued Kevin and the Horizon producers. She claimed that during filming of Chapter 2, Kevin suddenly changed a scene into a violent, unscripted rape sequence without warning her or getting consent. She said she was traumatized, had panic attacks, needed therapy. The judge let the case go forward. Kevin calls it completely false, but the damage is done. Then October 2025 hit, and The Hollywood Reporter dropped a nuclear bomb, a massive expose titled, How Kevin Costner Lost Hollywood. They talked to dozens of people who worked with him. The stories were brutal. Directors say he shows up unprepared, changes scripts last minute, screams at crew. One producer said Kevin refused to pay bills, owing hundreds of thousands. Another said he walked off sets. There's the story about him almost physically fighting Wes Bentley on the Yellowstone set over a line change. Multiple A-list actors reportedly refused to work with him again. The article painted him as arrogant, out of touch, burning every bridge. Kevin was reportedly furious. Sources say he disappeared on a deep-sea treasure hunting trip to escape the fallout. Yes, really, he's been obsessed with shipwrecks for years. And remember his perfect second marriage. It exploded too. In 2023, after 18 years, Christine Baumgartner filed for divorce out of nowhere. What followed was one of the nastiest Hollywood divorces ever. She asked for $248,000 a month in child support. Kevin offered $60,000. She said he was hiding money, living like a bachelor on Yellowstone sets with younger women. He said she was greedy, trying to take everything. Court documents revealed Kevin's monthly income was $1.5 million, but his expenses were insane, $240,000 just for the beach house. Christine had to vacate their $145 million mansion with only what she brought into the marriage according to the prenup. She fought it tooth and nail. They finally settled in early 2024, with Kevin paying $63,000 a month plus huge legal fees. But the dirt kept coming. Rumors of Kevin dating singer Jewel both denied it, then being seen with other women. As of late 2025, he's single, focusing on his kids and career. So where is Kevin Costner right now, November 2025? He's 70 years old. Horizon is struggling. His reputation is in tatters after that expose. But this man never quits. Just this month, reports say he's in serious talks to play Bill Clinton in a major new series about the United Nations. He's hosting a Christmas special on ABC. He's touring with his band Kevin Costner and Modern West. They're actually pretty good country rock. And sources say he's already writing Horizon Chapter 3, still believing someone will fund it. Is Kevin Costner a genius who marches to his own drum, or an ego-driven man who destroys everything he touches? Has he had too many chances? Or is Hollywood just jealous of someone who refuses to play the game? One thing is certain, Kevin Costner has lived 10 lives in one. He's won Oscars and lost fortunes. He's broken hearts and built empires. He's been America's hero and Hollywood's villain. And somehow, some way, he's still standing. Love him or hate him, you can't look away. Because that's Kevin Costner, the man, the myth, the mess. And that, my friends, is the real story they don't want you to know. Thanks for watching. If your mind is absolutely blown, smash that like button, subscribe for more uncensored celebrity deep dives, and tell me in the comments, do you think Kevin Costner can make a comeback?